Hello children, how are you all? Hope so you're all fit and fine. Today you're going to see an entire new world where you can see the shape of the earth and maps and how to access the maps, all that you are going to learn today. But this is just a part 1. There will be another part of this chapter and you are going to see it soon. Okay, shall we begin our class now then? Yes. See children, we have a tradition of starting our class with a round of quiz. Is it not? Even you know it. Huh? So here is the first question. What is the shape of the earth called? Okay. Shape of the earth has a different kind of name which has a unique name. What is that? That you have learnt in your previous class. It is easy to say you. Did you get the answer? See, here is the answer. The shape of the earth is called geoid. It has the geoid shape. So this shape is only meant for earth. Okay children, every time I used to ask the question and I used to begin the chapter, is it not? But today let's make a new kind of thing. I'll give you one small activity where you'll have to prepare a small map. So the map consists of your home and nearer by places, just the vicinity of your home and all that. You'll have to mark it, all those in a piece of paper. See, just like this. This is nearly our home. Our home is just like this, and all that the places which are nearby, all that I have done like this. So even you will have to do this. You will get 2 minutes of time for this. According to scale doesn't mean that entirely it has to be perfectly according to scale, but you can just make it as a partially according to the scale. Hope so you have drew it already. Okay. You can show the same maps to your class teacher. Thank you children. Did you really enjoy this? Yes, I hope you have enjoyed it. Okay, introduction to my class. See, today you are going to see all these things in my class. So the first one is to comprehend the geography of the place, to understand the place, to use it as teaching aid for young learners. Okay, what is that? Maps and globes. To understand the meaning of globe and map. So the meaning of globes and maps we are going to learn today, and to learn the uses of maps, to understand the types of maps. This is very important. Okay. Next, the competencies. What are we going to learn today is understanding the importance and uses of globe. First one. The second one is understanding the types of maps and essential components of map making. All that. See, here is the picture. Here a person, he is called surveyor. You know, he is marking the places and he will put that same places on a piece of paper. Next, let's learn about the world's first map. See, the world's first map was drawn on the rocks, and this is called the tusk of mammoth. So as the civilization has begun and civilization has flourished, they have started to carve the maps on the tusks of mammoth. See, one of the map which was drawn on the tusk of the mammoth is given here. The next one is Babylonian civilization. You have seen it. They had tradition of drawing anything on the clay tablets. Here is an example. See, on the clay tablet they have drew one map here. Okay, is it clear? This is how they used to draw the maps during olden times. How are these now? You are going to see that soon. And one question, it comes to your mind right now. So who has created the first map? So there are different stories. The first maps have been created by ancient man and all those and things are there. But you know, according to scale, somebody, some other person has created. Who is he? See, he is none other than this person. What is his name? Let's see it now. The Greeks are credited with putting the map making on a sound mathematical footing. So it is nothing but they have used mathematics in making maps. Earlier also very primitive kind of maps were available, but the one which is used the scale and which is used the mathematical tools to prepare the maps was credited to these kind of people, that is none other than Greeks. So his name is Ptolemy, he is there. So Ptolemy was the first person to draw the maps according to scale. Here is the picture. And now I can guess you one more question will come to your mind, is it not? So how was the first map would have looked like, is it not? See, first ever map created by the Ptolemy, it looked just like this. Okay, so here the new kind of or modern kind of maps you cannot compare with this, but it is very primitive. The maps he drew like this. Okay, it is beautiful, right? With the very limited technology he drew like this. He is good only. Okay, now let's compare the previous maps with the present day maps. All the maps can fit into your pockets today, is it not? See, this is the map which we are using in these days. Okay, just before this, earlier we were using such kind of maps, okay, the printed maps. If you want to go anywhere else, we used to refer the maps before, but now it is the Google Map has made it very easier for us. There are many apps and Google Map is one among that. Then let's come to our very important topic, that is globe. See, a globe which look like this. The earth is geoid in shape and it is represented by globe. What is globe? That is nothing but the earth is geoid in shape and it is represented by globe. What is geoid shape? How will it be formed? All that you are going to learn it in. Children, in your past class you have learnt about what is the shape of the earth, which is geoid in shape. You are mostly aware about this thing. Okay, now let's do an activity how the geoid shape would have been taken by the earth. Children, when your mother is preparing the chapati, go to her, take a big dough out of it and just attach it to the twig or a stick and churn it just like this. Any heavenly bodies, that is nothing but the bodies which are present in the space, once if they are rotating just like earth, then it takes the shape of geoid just like this. Did you enjoy it? The photographies which are taken by the satellites of the earth, which shows only one face of the earth. That is, the limitations of the satellites are those we cannot see the other side of the earth. Is it not? So only we need globes. In globes we can see all the other faces of earth. Okay, we can rotate it, we can see this face, we can see behind one, and we can see the top view. All the views of the earth can be viewed easily with the help of globe. Is it not? Okay, so the globe is a model of earth. That is very easy to understand. A globe is nothing but a model of earth which can give us the view of other side also, since we rotate the globe. Why do we rotate the globe? We can see only one face at one time. If we have a globe, we can see all the other faces of the globe by rotating it. Easy, no? Fine. Next, earlier people have assumed that earth has an end. The end which was just look like this. Okay, but today we have satellites and we have all the scientific models, so it proves earth has geoid in shape. Okay, the globe is miniature model of the earth. If anyone asks you what are the features of globe, you can say them. The globe is the miniature model of the earth. So earth is very big in shape, is it not? That is enormous. We have made it a miniature of that earth. That itself we call it as globe. A globe can represent the shape of the earth in its original form. As I told you earlier, people have assumed that earth has an edge, earth is flat in shape, and all that they have assumed. Whatever they have viewed by their eyes, they have assumed that. But today we have many more scientific evidence that earth is in this shape. So only we have prepared the globes in geoid shape. And along with that, the globe can give n number of features of the earth. What are those? Those are just like this. It is the simple teaching learning aid, which is said to be a simple teaching learning aid. The entire earth cannot be taken into the classroom, is it not? So only we have globe, the model of the earth or representation of the earth. It can be kept on the table and rotated. So easily we can rotate and we can show it to the children or any other persons. And it helps us to learn about different geographical concepts. What are those? That you are going to learn it in next slides. What are the uses of globes? See here, the globe is used to know the shape of the earth. See, the shape of the earth is spherical or geoid. Earlier people have assumed in different shape. It helps us to understand the position, shape, size of the continents, ocean and sea. See, what are the portion of the earth, what are the portion of the continents, what are the portion of the oceans, all that we are going to learn by using these kind of globes. Easy now children? One more use of the globe is that the lines of latitudes and longitudes on the globes help us to locate the places and political boundaries. Here you can see that many nations are there which has a certain boundaries. So what are the boundaries of a nation? Where exactly the boundaries of the nation lies, all that we can learn it through one globe itself. Next, one more important use of the globe is that a good globe helps us to understand the inclination of axis. Children, here you can see that, see the axis of the earth which is not straight, which is tilted. This can be learned by a model of globe. Movements of the earth, rotation, revolution and their effects, example day and night, all that you can learn by a globe. See, easy to understand with this picture only. Whatever the portion which is exposed to the sun, that we can see here. So in the same forum, the places which are against to the sun, there you can see the dark. It is nothing but night. So the rotation, revolution, day and night, all that we can learn it through a globe. Next one, very important feature or very important use of the globe is that it gives general information about the geographical features such as mountains, plateaus, plain, desert, islands, rivers, etc. See, here you can see that whatever the things you are seeing here are continents. In that continent, whatever the color which represent in the green are said to be forests, and whatever which is given in the blue color, it is all oceans. So the places which are given in brown color, which represents plateau, mountains and etc. So all these features can be viewed by using a globe. Next, let's have fun with a globe making. So very simple things are required here. The things which are required here are listed just like this. Okay. Now let's make a globe and enjoy. The things which are required to make the globe are ball, blue paper, world map, glue and scissors. All this we require. Children, first take a ball and attach some blue papers to that. I think the whole paper cannot be attached. Make a blue piece papers and then glue it to the ball, and later on, once if you have drawn the maps, that's okay, and readily available maps are there in the market, you can take it and you can just attach it to the globe what you have prepared. Now if you come to the activity, you can show n number of nations on it, and whatever the nation you can draw on that, you can locate different places on it, you can show the main 4 oceans on it, and many more activities can be done. Continents can be recognized on this globe. Just like this, many more activities can be done. Shall we make the globe and enjoy it? Okay, come on. Children, so far we have learnt about the globes. Now, next let's move on for maps. So globe is a 3D or physical representation of the earth, but the maps are 2D representation of the earth. Next, what is a map? The next question which comes to you is, what is a map? A diagrammatic representation of the whole earth or part of it on a flat surface according to scale is called a map. So much confused, right? See, earth is ruggy in shape. Ruggy is nothing but it is not even. So all that we'll have to put it on the map. That skill itself is known as map making. So what is a map? A diagrammatic representation of the earth on the piece of paper is called a map. Okay? Maps. So what are maps? A globe can give us only general information about the earth. It cannot serve as a map. A globe is used only for whatever the purpose we have seen before, but maps are different. What are the uses of maps? Maps are very essential to get the detailed information of a place, state or a country, and also about other geographical features. Many other things can be represented and interpreted by using maps. See, here is the map. Okay, the science and art of map making is known as cartography. Cartography is just like this, however they have shown in the picture. See, at the top of it there is a hill. The hill, which is 3D in shape, that has put on the paper at the bottom of it, they have put on the paper in 2D, that is two-dimensional. This art or this map making skills are known as cartography. Children, just enjoy this map making video. The collection of various maps bound as a book is known as atlas. Children, all of you might have used atlas in your day-to-day life, is it not? See, a general atlas, it just look like this. So it is nothing but compilation of different kind of maps, that is known as atlas. Next, let's move on for types of maps. On basis of scale, the maps can be divided into two groups. Which are those? The first one is large scale maps. The other one is small scale maps. What are large scale maps? These maps represent the small area. The small area which is enlarged on a piece of paper is known as large scale maps. So, cadastral maps and topographical maps. What is cadastral and topographical? You will see it. They are represented the large area. The small scale maps are those, they represent the large area, just like a nation, a continent, a world map, all such. World, continent and countries, all that will be represented here. Wall maps and atlas maps are the best example for small scale maps. Now you want to see what are the different kind of maps. Okay, I can guess it. Okay, here is one example for large scale maps. What is this? This map is known as cadastral map. So it is nothing but the individual property, the home and the area and small area, all that will be seen here. This is an best example for cadastral maps. The next one is topographical maps. It shows every detail of the surface of the earth. Okay, see, this is the very good topographical map. Here you can see the railway lines, roads, man-made things, natural things and different kind of color, and all that color represents the different feature on the earth. This is very essential. Okay, you learn it how to interpret this map in future. Next, we shall move on for wall maps. Wall maps are large in size, used as a teaching aid. They can show the features just like political divisions and physical features, etc. The next is atlas maps. These atlas maps are small in size. It can fit into your bag. They can also give us some information. Some information is like many other information. So all the information we can gather from atlas only. Next, based on the purpose. Now we have seen based on the scale. Next we shall move on for the maps based on purpose. Now what are the purpose? Based on the purpose, we can also divide the maps in three types. What are those? Physical maps, political maps and distribution maps. What are these? See, physical maps, it shows about the physical features of the earth, just like mountains, plateau, plain, rivers, etc. All that we can see it in the original colors of the earth features. Next one is political maps. It shows about the political boundaries. What is the area of Bangalore? What is the area of Karnataka? What is the area of India? And such kind of boundaries we can learn it over here. Between the states, countries and continents, the border and the line which separates the nation, continents, all that we can learn it here. Next, as well as their location, area and amount of area which occupied, all that we can learn easily. Next, distribution maps. These are very important. It shows about the definite features such as land use, temperature, rainfall, population, soil, natural vegetation, crops, minerals, industries and many more. Okay. See, all three kind of maps can be put it over here. The first one is political map. The political map, it just look like the first picture where we can see the boundaries of the nation, state or continents whatsoever. And next one is physical maps. The original colors of the earth are used here, just like green, brown, yellow and dark brown, blue, all that. Okay, it represents the particular color represents the particular features of the earth. The next one is thematic maps or distribution maps. Here we can see what is the amount of rain, what are the kind of soil we get in different area, all that such kind of information can be viewed by the last one, that is distribution maps. Easy to understand now? Next, let's come to the uses of maps. What are the uses of maps? See, maps help us to locate the places like towns, cities, district, state, countries and continents as well as oceans also. Okay, they show the physical feature such as mountain, plateau, plain, coastal plains, etc. See, here in the first picture, the places are located here. See, both the pictures are showing the same place, but the first picture shows about the places and their location. The second picture which shows about the physical feature of the earth or physical features of that area. Do you understand the uses of the maps? Both are same places. The next use of the map is just like this. They help us to know the major routes of transportation such as roads, railways, etc. See, here is the route map, that is roads, railways, all such will be just like this. The next one is it helps us to understand the distribution of crops, minerals, industries, etc. Different kind of soil what we get in different regions. Okay, so these maps will help us to understand the certain things. Okay, next use of the map is that which is very interesting and which is very essential also, that is maps are very important for the military usage at the time of war and for security reasons. During war also and during the peaceful condition also we need maps, it shows about. See, without the map the military cannot move, military cannot help the people and all such. So maps are very important in our life, it shows. The next one is maps guides the tourist to their destination. Wherever you want to go, if you use the maps, you will go for the right destination. Okay, maps are very good teaching learning aids in the classroom. They are easy to carry. Here you can see a picture. A teacher is teaching to the children by using maps. See, these maps can be folded and it can be rolled and it can be carried from one class to another class easily, as you are going to see it in your day-to-day life. Whenever you have seen the social science teacher or whoever the teacher it is, so they will be carrying the maps from one class to another class. Then you can make out this point easily. Is it not, children? Yeah. So today maps are part and parcel of our life today. Maps in our day-to-day life. I need not to explain all these things, children. You already would be knowing about these things. Is it not? You are much aware of these things more than me, I suppose. Every young generation will be smarter than the old generation. So it doesn't mean that you are very smarter than me. I hope so. Children, you might have seen the taxi drivers, auto drivers using such kind of maps in your day-to-day life. Is it not? Every day you can see such kind of scenes in your life. Here you have an example for advanced maps which are the part and parcel of our life. Here you can see different kind of things. Google Map provides the many information to travel from place to place. Here if you travel by car, what is the time would have been taken? If you travel by train, what time would have been taken? And if you travel by the foot, I mean to say if you walk from place to place, what time you are going to reach your destiny? All that can be shown by this Google Maps today. Okay, so that is without Google Maps we cannot assume our this one present day today. Is it not?
Children, these days the physical maps are replaced by the digital maps. A very best example for this is Google Maps. So now I'll show you how to use the Google Map. You know, from my home I want to go for the KR market, that is the central market, it is commonly known as. Now I'll put my destination here. Now see, it shows the different ways. So the first one is very obvious way. If you go by that way, the traffic conditions will be more. Due to that, it shows the different ways also where the traffic conditions will be very less. And as well as here you can see whatever the places, the adjoining places which are there nearer by. Then it shows the satellite view of this point also. The satellite view, it shows the exact terrain of that land and physical features of that land. So all this helps us to reach the destiny without any hiccups. So easy, no children? So we should be updated in our life just like this.
Okay, now I'll give you an activity. Use the Google Maps and locate your home. See, here is my home. Okay, so my home is there exactly in this part. I have located my home. Can you locate yours by using Google Maps? Yes, you can locate it. Okay, hope so children, you'll locate it and you'll show it to your class teacher and to your friends, your parents and whomsoever it is. Okay, next, we are so much advanced today, we can see the aerial view of the entire terrain by using Google Maps today. You can use Google Maps to see the terrain of your home, the next home or next other, this one, the roads, mountains, plateaus, valleys, everything, whatever you wish to see, you can see the aerial view by using the satellites which are provided by Google and other companies. So today's Google Maps or WhatsApp Maps or whatever it is, they are accurate to 6 meters. So 6 meters of difference may be there, but still these maps are accurate. This one, maps in these days we are using. For the security reasons only, they have made it for 6 meters of difference, or else it would have been shown everything whatever which moves on the earth, I suppose. Okay, I'll give you an activity. Make a small map of your school and vicinity of your school and show it to your teachers, friends and your parents. See, I have made one map just like this, which represents my school. I mean to say where I am working, which is my school only, right? Yes. See, this is some other school. They have planned it according to blueprint. You can make a map just like this or like this. It is your wish. You can fill up the color, it shows like this. If you don't want to fill up any colors, it shows like the skeletal structure of the map. But anyhow, I hope you'll enjoy it like anything. Okay, I hope so. You'll make it blissfully. Okay children, so far we have learnt about globes, maps and many more things. Now I'll give you a home assignment where you'll have to complete this and you'll have to show it to your class teacher. Thank you.